Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? This is Tom, KD6SBR from my ham buddies out in Pahrump, Nevada. And I'm just doing a little review, sort of, and an actual modification to show you how to improve on this slime compressor that I bought roughly about 2 weeks ago at Walmart. And the model number is 40047, and it sells for $44.75. You might as well say 45 bucks. I tried it last week. I was low on air pressure. I have a slow leak in my tire, the left rear to be exact, and it's a very slow leak. It was down to 20 pounds. Now what I did was I had a previous model to this, and it was just garbage. It took about a half an hour to just, inflate 10 pounds of air pressure. It was horrible. So I got rid of that one. And this is going to be the same thing. I'm going to tell you right now, these blow fuses, at least on my Nissan. These are rated at 180 watts at 15 amps of current is what they draw. And my lighter or 12-volt outlet is rated at 10 amps. So I was, low 10 pounds, and this comes with a screw-on, which I'm not crazy about, but you know what? The previous one had the clamp on. You could just flip it. You connect it and flip it. This has the screw-on, which is not the best, but you know what? For the price, what do you expect? So I did this. I set my ideal pressure to 35 pounds. It was 25 pounds on the reader here, the digital readout. And as soon as it got to 27 pounds, which was probably 10 seconds, it's quick. I won't lie to you. It is a fast compressor, but it kept blowing fuses. The thing does draw 15 amps, as I stated, and my cigarette lighter or 12-volt outlet is 10 amps. So luckily, I had some extra fuses. And what I did was, in order to inflate that 10 pounds, I had to insert a fuse, press it, wait a little while for it to cool off, press it, wait a little while to cool off. And then I said, you know what, just do it, and I got the fuses. By the time it got to 30 pounds, I ran out of fuses. So you don't want to keep doing that. So instead of me installing a 15 amp fuse, which should only take 10 amps in my vehicle, I'm not going to do that. I decided I'm going to modify this to, connect it directly to the battery. Now, this is a very easy process. I'm sure most people can do this. Maybe not. I don't want to, say something to someone who doesn't know anything about electrical work. If you're not sure, please don't do this. Take it to a mechanic and maybe have him modify it for you. Throw him a $10 bill, $20 bill, whatever you feel is comfortable. Your connectors, your 12-volt connector is going to come already assembled. Hold on a minute. Let me just show you the older one. This was a piece of, it wasn't a piece of junk when I needed it, but to me it's a piece of junk. Now, what you want to do before you go wiring your cord to the battery, you have to actually take this apart, because you want to make sure which side of the cord is negative and which side is positive. So unfortunately, there's no markings on the cord. So what you have to do is you have to actually unscrew. There's only one screw here, only one screw, and as soon as the screw is removed, you pull it apart. Now I'll show you. I won't show you this one, because this one I'm still going to be using once in a while if I need to in an emergency. I'm going to show you the other one I already took apart, and it's very, very easy. It shows for itself. Once it's apart, there's no way you could mistake this. There's no way. If you mistake it for positive or negative or vice versa, then you should not be doing this this modification. The positive side of the cable will have a spring and a copper, I think it's copper, or a copper clamp with the spring inside, and that will be your positive. The negative side obviously is connected to those outer rings that you're seeing. Hold on a minute, guys. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right for you. I don't want you to make any mistakes. The negative side is connected. See these things here? That's what these are. Already taken apart. They come right out. So at least you'll know what is positive and which is negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in an inline fuse on the hot side, the positive side, connected to here, okay? It's a 15 amp fuse, and if it keeps blowing to 15 amp, I'll just throw a 20 amp in there. And if it blows the compressor up, you know, it's not a real expensive loss, I'll just buy another one, but not the same model, I'll buy something a little better. And then, after connecting the fuses and stripping the other wires, I will connect it to these mini clamps, okay? It's a Dorman model 85678. You can find these in the auto parts stores, or, well, I bought this in auto parts stores. I think that's the best bet. You can either crimp them on, or when you're done and you know you're for sure you're not going to use them anymore, you could solder these to the wire, and then just hook them to your battery, and the compressor will run until you say stop or you're done, you know. So that's my modification. The compressor is a very good compressor. It is fast, I won't lie to you. When I had this up and running, it probably inflated 10 pounds in less than 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. I wasn't counting, because I had to keep replacing fuses and powering off and powering on. And this is also digital. You could set your limit. How accurate it is, it's pretty accurate, believe it or not. I set it for 35, it shut off at 36. And when I checked the air pressure with a regular tire gauge, it was at 35. So it could be off 1 or 2 pounds, but that's not going to, you know, do any damage to your tire. So if you're not sure, go to 34 pounds and maybe you'll be 35. But it's accurate within a pound or two either way. So it's not going to do any major damage to your tire. Okay, so this is worth the money. I would advise you to keep a can. If you do a lot of traveling like I do, I keep a couple bottles of the slime in my truck. I've already used the slime. I had a small screw in the tire, and and these are all brand new tires. That's what kills me, you know. But you know what? For a small screw, I just put the slime in there, and then I use the older one, which took a year and a day, and I said that's enough of that. So this is what you should get, and keep a bottle of. You know, if you travel a long distance, a lot of times every week or whatever, even if you're driving local, it's good to have. If you don't feel like waiting for AAA or anybody to come by, I mean, if you know how to change a flat, I mean, I know how to change a flat, but, you know, who feels like getting under a truck, a pickup truck, and, you know, cranking it down? You know, it's a pain in the ass sometimes, especially if you don't want to get dirty. But I'm used to getting dirty. I'm always dirty. So it's good to have. Especially for a woman who doesn't know how to change a tire and may have a bad signal somewhere in the desert or wherever. And it's good to have. It's very, very easy to use. The slime is very easy to use. They give you all the tools. You buy a bottle of slime, and it has a tool to take the tire valve off. You pump the slime in there, you hook up your compressor, and you're ready to go. It couldn't be more easier. And then you leave the slime in there. I've been riding on a slime tire with this probably about a month now. And you can leave that in there for about a year easily, so I'm not even going to mess with fixing it. All right, so I hope I helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or email, and I'll be glad to answer if you have any kind of comments. Hope this helps somebody. Okay? All right, guys, take care. Have a great day today. Bye-bye.